Hey y'all, hey, I'm back. Okay, so today I'm just laying in my slumber sleep and wake up hearing Just As You Are. And when I got up, I started hearing, God's got a blessing, God's got a blessing, God's got a blessing with your name on it. Okay, so that might be for y'all, but I know it's for me. Okay. So, this will come probably out the day after the 21st. I got a message, something big is shifting on the 21st. So y'all be prepared, looking for it, but y'all will always already be in the experience by the time y'all seen this video, okay? So, just as you are. So, I've been talking to y'all about something God has been partnered with me on, working on, and as I am cultivating it with God and getting it to where it needs to be to share it with y'all, I realized that God needed me to do it just when I did. I had to be in that time, in that space of mentally, spiritually, to get it done, to be shared with y'all, because that is the perspective that y'all will connect with. That is the person I had to be to share the story and to speak of the things I spoke of, because that mindset needed to be shared. Where I was battling things spiritually needed to be shared, and in the present moment of it. We can always look back at times and tell the story and remember things, but most of the time we'll only remember the things we felt. We won't remember what was going on, why we felt that way, what happened particularly. We'll remember how we felt though. And so that is why what you're supposed to be working on is supposed to be happening right now, okay? You can, even the space I'm in now, I haven't even touched what I know God is bringing in my life. But the joy and the space I'm in right now, the story and the things that I needed to share wouldn't be portrayed the same, because I'm telling it through rose-colored glasses now. I'm telling it being on the other side and being like, victory is mine. Okay, so I'm like telling y'all like, oh, it's hard, it was hard, or this is what happened, but I'm telling you from a place that I'm not in the struggle of it. I'm on the other side of it being like, that was ghetto, but it's, look at it now. Look how God has moved, and look what grace and glory will do. That's how I would tell it now. So I had to do it when I was supposed to, because that is what needed to be shared. And so stop putting it off. If you're supposed to be journaling, or supposed to be working towards something but you don't feel there, and a lot of people will struggle at the point of that you don't feel your best, right? God started working with me coming into 2024. I went on a fast, and he told me my discipline and consistency had to step up. And every day since then, I've got up in the morning, I did my yoga, and I've worked out. And it's not that I hadn't been doing those things. Yoga is something I love doing, and I'm always going to do it. But my workouts have fell off with consistency. I'm like, if I stretch and do my yoga, I'll maintain and I don't have to work out. And God like, no, well, I told you to work out because what's coming, you need to be a little stronger in your muscles, okay? You stretched out and loose as a goose, but I need a little strength behind that. So go ahead and get back to the workout part. And I've consistently been doing that. But, people always want to show the part where they're feeling their best. And people watching you get to the best. People watching you wake up some days and exhausted and tired and not feeling good, but going at it anyway, is what is going to motivate them. That's what they're going to connect to and know that they are in that point right now, and that they can do it. I had to speak from a place where I was struggling in. So when people see me at the end of 2024, okay, and be like, well, dang, she glowing. She got all these things, that what I worked on with God, they'll know it wasn't but a year ago where I was struggling in that thing, and that it's possible for them to get to the other side of it as well. I said in a video, your life ain't about you. We have to really understand that we are in a bigger purpose of a thing. And each individual person was set here to do their part to help not only their family, but generations behind them. And it might not be your generational line. You might be doing something that somebody else sees and they share it with their cousin or their sister, and it changes something bigger. We are part of something so much bigger than ourselves. And although it can be embarrassing, or we don't want to be that transparent and vulnerable in those times, those will be the greatest help to others. I have made videos that I never thought I would share, that showed me in my most vulnerable places. And when I originally started this, I said, that I was making it for the lost and the unloved and the people that felt rejected. And so God had put it on me for me to be vulnerable, so those people could understand that they weren't alone. But now looking back at it, I see like these videos gonna be my testimony, okay? When people look at me for what God is about to bring me and think like, oh, she just had it and she's kept. And that was a thing that I struggled with in my early 20s. People was always being like, well, she kept. And I'm like, I've been on my own since I was 16. Like, I have really struggled. But little did I know, they seen something nice, okay? They seen the God on me. God has always kept me. God, I am a kept woman. Okay? I've been a kept woman. God has always kept me safe, kept me without needing. My needs have always been provided. I've always been protected. I've always been unconditionally loved. And people seen that before I seen it on myself. And I'm like, yeah, y'all think I've kept? My life has been so hard. And God, like, this girl has no idea how I have covered her, okay? Yeah, so hold on, let me go to my notes because there were some things I wrote. We will be working to get back to the purest version of ourselves until we leave this earth. There will always be something to work on, but God will always meet us there because He sees the spirit He put inside of us, constantly working to please Him. Every day, God will meet you just as you are. Keep thriving to be obedient to His instructions, building your relationship with Him. And I read Proverbs 3 today, and this is where this part comes from. Love and loyalty in your heart. Guard clear thinking and common sense with your life. Run towards God, run away from evil. Never walk away from someone who deserves your help. Your hand is God's hand for that person. Don't walk around with a chip on your shoulder. God can't stand twisted souls. Don't try to take credit. The glory is always God's. Just as you are. So you can try to polish it up. You can try to put some gold polish on it. Spit shine it. But you're gonna miss the mark because God is calling for the rawest. Y'all, if I could show y'all these birds just gliding over me right now. God, I thank you. God is calling for the rawest version. And it might not feel good to you to be doing it at that time. But that is where God's glory is going to come from. Could have been dead and gone, but God, okay? I know what I deserve. I know what you deserve. I love y'all.